Hello guys, boys and girls, welcome to a new episode of In Hindsight. We're going to be watching the games we played against Spacestation Gaming. So, game 1, let's get into it. If you're new to In Hindsight, it's a series where I watch back our SPL games, try and comment on what we could have done better as a unit. More so in the past, I've been focusing on myself specifically, but since I can't pull the demos, we need to watch it. Sad. From the overview perspective, so you can't follow me around as we were able to do before. There you go, see Vote and Series just got swapped around. Hell yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna start War Challenge here. I think like War Challenge was really alright at this point. Like games tended to go pretty long. You wanted to get the early game wards out. You can see we're warding low side here just to make sure we don't get invaded. Oh, we're invading actually. So we both start in duo. Obviously this meta is quite different from what it's been before. So we're gonna start there. Zeros can do speed, and we just decide to invade their speed with Bellona and Arachne. There you go. This should be a super successful invade right here. Even the first blood. There you go. Can't really fight Bellona at level 1 ever. Get the first blood. In duo, we're gonna fake purple. There's no reason for us really to take the fight lane back his turn. I don't think we are at risk. So yeah, let me just turn down the volume for those guys a tad bit. But yeah, let's look at our game comp here. First of all, because this game is starting off straight away anyway. But if you look at our comp right now, what does our team comp do? We have a bunch of early game pressure, I think, and we can kind of turn that into mid game objectives. We have Fafnir for the damage. Belonka obviously has a bunch of objective damage as well. In fights, we probably want to be way more single target focused than AoE. That means we can either dive a backliner, probably can dive the Cern. We probably want to dive their Puck actually. With the way we play, we can also kill frontline if that's what we need to do. So I think our comp is very versatile in what it does. Whereas space gamers have more of a late game protect the Veneno comp. Is that how I feel like? They have the Cern for the peel, with the ult obviously and all that. So yeah, I think I missed my hammer there. That's pretty bad. So I think I think with us getting the start, we're in a really good spot. The way Spacestation wants to play is they want to have these 3v3 fights around mid, and then they're gonna try and see if they can burst someone. So that's how they're gonna play the early game. They don't necessarily have pressure in either duo or solo, so we're just gonna be able to probably play through side lanes, which is what we want to do here. I'm up to go for sprint first. I think sprint just to get away from the Vamana, get out of the Puck gold, do sprint before you get hit by the Cern. Like Shell is just reasonable to go as well, but I guess also it's always safer to go sprint just in case the enemy team has a horrific. You kind of want that. In duo, we're gonna get pressured out a bit. I don't think that Shiba wins this with Fafnir, Cern, and Back is actually both pretty good laners. So we just kind of take a chill here. Missed my hammer there. Gonna take a lot of. Actually, not too much. I'm gonna take some poke though, so it's a bit unnecessary. Definitely didn't need to be in that spot right there. Anyway, moving along. We talked a bit about like the winning conditions right now. The way we lose the fight is if we dive too hard into Ven and he manages to like peel and get a bunch of damage off before he dies. But I think if we can close out this game before it gets super late game, we're in a really good spot. Even when it comes to a late game, we aren't too scared anyway, because we do have Shivalonki, which I see as a hyper carry kind of late game, and we have Fafnir to buff him on top of that. So let's see. We're just invading the blues, as you guys can see. The mana jungle is probably going to be pretty useless at defending those first early buffs. Definitely can't fight into Arachne. Gonna have to try and give up these mid camps. I guess Zero's gonna try and steal those. He actually gets one of them, Zero, so that's way better. I think Answer definitely should have tried to secure both right there. But we do get both, or one, so that's a big win for us. Try and get the neutral farm. Again, I keep talking about neutral farm, but it's just so important to try and get that. So yeah. Bellona. Looking for the totem. The good old totem. Getting oracles here as well. So weird to see me start in duo. I'm assuming right now what I'm doing is I'm waiting for full boot. And usually you get those full boots around 5 minute-ish. I might have full boots right now. So yeah, we're just farming up. I'm gonna lead the wave since they're zoning in you, and then Vote is just gonna sit there, farm up with adapting, and this way we don't really lose too much. Zoning is always good though, so they're gonna zone Vote for a few minutes, but he's getting the missed farm elsewhere. But Barra does actually have a bit of a lead on Vote right now, just off that early game in general. So I think that's what you can expect though from Duo. You see, Deathwalker just has so much pressure since he's been able to like get the invades. Obviously, I think adapting actually got the first blood, but it's rough for the space gamer soul laner Aquarium here, because he's gonna be in a bit of a struggle. You see, Deathwalker is just trying to get these totems whenever they spawn. Blue's obviously coming up soon. That is invadable. You can see adapting is making his way over here. We called it back. This is on the other side of the map, so he won't be there. So worst case is going to be a 2v3 if a puck rotates. We have to remember we have Snowballing gold as well here to make up for everything. So we just keep invading the blue, keep getting that super. Just puts us in a really good spot. Giving Deathwalker a lead here, make sure we get the totem as well, and just kind of this snowball effect you can get off solo. Which is also why I think that support started to try and play around solo a lot more, because you don't want the snowball effect, which we're seeing right now. We are 5 minutes into the game, and because there is no response from Jeff around these buffs, and I don't have to rotate either if he's not rotating, we're just able to get a 2k gold lead, pretty much have nothing right here. So we're in a really good spot to leading into the mid game. Having a fed soul lane is always fun. This is gonna probably be one of the worst ganks you've ever seen, because there's no way they're ever gonna kill Deathwalker here like with a mana. They do force out the ult, but I just don't see the point. Like, Enquiries is behind already. I guess you pressure Deathwalker out, but it's not like Deathwalker won't have his ult up for the next blue buff anyway. So I don't really see what the point is. Maybe if they get a totem, but they don't even get that, and then starts like doing right there is like putting Seymour behind. We're gonna look for the backcam invade. See adapting zones out right there. We actually get all the backcams. This is before the nerf to XP as well, by the way. So getting this is actually super huge for us. We're just stealing away the farm, constantly getting ahead. So we're playing this early game pretty perfectly, I would say. So it's definitely nice. Anyway, more totems, more gold, more mana, more everything. They're playing really aggressively on the left-hand side of the map now. I guess Bear's like, oh guys, let's invade on this side of the map. I have some pressure over the Snowballing right now. And I do think if they want to pressure, that is the way they can play it. We're gonna get both mids right here. Oh, actually, Jeff stole both. Damn, that should not have happened. That probably should have stunned out Jeff right there. Instead of like buffing. Zeros didn't need to do that. So that was a bit of a hiccup. Trying to get those neutral objectives is super important. So yeah, they're gonna go for the invade here because they know they have pressure over Vote. But the issue is right now that Answer is on the wrong side of the map, so I'm gonna hit the hammer there on the Barra. He's gonna jump out, and I'm actually gonna be able to land the jump here on him as well. Or like land the stun. There you go. And he's just pretty much just dead now. And I think we're gonna manage to kill Jeff here as well. Yeah, we definitely could have killed Jeff. Don't know why we didn't commit to that. I guess we could have died if Vin came over. Oh, this is awkward now, because Veneno really doesn't have a lot of mana. I guess adapting is gonna die here. Ooh. Heal up Kenneth. And Kenneth is just fine, there you go. So, they don't get anything, they kind of rotate over as well. We get the kill on Barra, get his beats and everything. So just a nice punish on us on that invade, more so than anything. I think we could have dove Bacchus. It would have been more risky though, because that would have put Apuk and Aman in a more favored position. So I actually like the fact that we just get the one pick and then get out. I think as soon as we even kill the Snowballing, we can just start running, and that's just going to be a completely wasted rotation from Anister and Veneno. Anyway, more coasting. Just waiting it out. Just like keep getting the totems, keeps getting pressure. Aquarius finally managed to get his blue buff, so that's something. But you can see Deathwalker has a huge lead on the killers right now. He's a 1k lead of this first blood of the blue buff invades. You can see Ken is actually the lowest gold in the game. The Fafnir passive is really kicking in. Also, I do have a kill, so it's definitely nice for us. Actually ended up getting that kill. I guess my spit damage on my basic attacks got the kill. on Barra. This also puts Vote in a super favorable spot right now, because now he has a bit on the lead on towards Barra, which is actually really favorable for us. So overall, a really good start. I just don't think, I think we're playing this super clean. Maybe we could have like not lost that mid camp. A bit deeper wards, I guess, right now is an issue as well. I think like, I'm going for these deep wards right now. You can see I'm looking for the ward on the back camp. They're actually up, but I don't want to go for them. Just go for more deep wards now. Just gotta try and make sure that we can get those in. I'm gonna play up in mid right now. I don't really know what the purpose is. I guess I'm just trying to be annoying, but I'm just fine. Gonna jump on out of there. Can just heal it up with my free and my Guardian's Blessing. So yeah, I'm gonna back now. I'm guessing that I do have not terrific, but Phoebes. Luckily, I decided to stay because this purple buff is getting invaded. I just think this is a bad idea. Like you're down right now. I mean, I understand that you want to try and do something, but what's the point right now? We know Barra has no beats, so I'm gonna hit the stun. His beats comes up in like 1 second, which is right now. But we knew he had no beats, so we managed to punish that. And there you go. We get the pick as well right there. Sadly, Zero's gonna take a spittle, but we're gonna go on Anden. I just jump in, full monkey. I'm gonna try and juke win. And I think I would have been fine here if I think I would have been fine right there if I used my fire breath or like on the minions. But we get a 4 for 2 anyway, so it's not the worst thing ever. But I think I should have just basic attacked Veneno's corpses and then literally de-transformed right in front of him, because then he couldn't have picked up the corpses either. I think he picked up like 1 corpse or something. So that's a misplay by me, but overall that is just such a favorable fight for us, like getting that 4 for 2 trade really in our favor. They managed to kill Zeros, which didn't have a lot, and I obviously had 3 kills, but I'm a low level, so it's not like the end of the world for us. You see, we're just trying to get the totem here, therefore we're just stomping that down. He has so much attack speed. He built ninjas, tab eyes, and berserkers. He's like 1,000,000 attack speed. That's pretty troll. Anyway, just a good, I remember that, because we're like, oh yeah, Barra doesn't have beats for like 5 seconds, let's kill him. And we just managed to lock him down and get the kill. And without Barra there, I think that's just a lost fight for them. They managed to get a lot of good damage off on Zeros, obviously with mana like trying to solo him, but still a good trade. I could have survived, and that could have been a 4 for 1 or a 3 for 1, and I think that's even more favorable for us. Because they did get a shutdown kill because I was on a killing spree. So that's a bit problematic to an extent, I guess you can say. Anyway, Vote against Barra in the dual lane. Vote doesn't really need to push up. I think he's a bit scared to anyway, because as you can see with the wards right now, we don't have a ward here and here. So Andy can just come from the back camp. So Vote is playing super far back, being scared of, or like at least respecting the Vamana gank. Vamana doesn't have a lot of movement speed yet, but like he does stick super hard to Vote if he's gonna get caught out of position. Anyway, next objective for us right now, I would like to see us like just literally make a grouping around mid. If we see if we can get a pick, if we can get that pick, we can definitely push in the towers, rotate the Deathwalker. Oh, I think Deathwalker can pretty much solo gold with Vote. If Deathwalker is just going to pull the gold free, or even Pyromancer, we sentry ward that, and then we can try and do it with Vote. That's definitely how I want to play it. I think we got those mid camps. I would be very sad if we didn't get it. They look blue though, the animations. So it looked like we actually got those. We see Deathwalker is doing exactly what I said right now. He's pulling the Pyromancer with Bellona. That's just something Bellona brings, like indefinite tanking of those objectives. She can solo them if that's what it comes to. You see Deathwalker's health is not doing anything. At that we can just rotate over and we're just going to be able to pick up that for free. The good thing about 2-manning those objectives is they can't really respond with a gold fury here. They're going to try and respond onto Vote. I think Vote is in a bit of a pickle right here. Good pathing though. I actually personally would have ran into tier 2, but we expend a Shibbolonki ult just because we lose some pressure on one side of the map, because we're getting Pyro on the other side of the map, but we get Vamana ult for that. So that's ward TPing in behind us, but we get the ward, luckily. Damn, we would have gotten farmed there if we didn't get that. Anyway, we're just farming that jungle, extending our lead right now, so it's definitely very good. Getting the backs as well there. You can see Deathwalker, I guess, did lose a bit for that. A few minutes of tower, but nothing major. Ken is looking for the speed buff right here. Oh, he's gonna go for Anister. I think Anister sees him. Oh, yeah. We're gonna dip on out there. We're like, alright, this is too deep, boys. Let's just dip. Don't think we needed to, like as Totally saying, blink it right there. There's no reason to do that. What is the adapting gonna achieve by blinking the one? I guess if Mana's gonna dash it, we could steal the speed buff, but we're in a 2v3 scenario, so I actually don't like that. Anyway, what you should do right now is like, you could literally put adapting in solo, and you can just, actually, Ken always dies when he goes to solo, so never mind. That's an internal joke we have on team. Adapting's always getting soloed by the enemy soul laner, it always happens. What we should do is we should like try and proxy away when solo and then rotate their Forgo and do the skull free. After that we have such a big lead by now that we can start sieging. As soon as I get my Phoebe stacks, I think I can easily tank these towers as well. Shoguns is going to do a lot for Shibbolonki. With my buff on top of him, he's just going to be hardcore smacking this fight. So yeah, pushing in mid here. I would like just to see us have deeper wards in general. We have deeper wards around Soul side of the map, but not really around Do side of the map, so I would really like to see that. Get sentries on gold as well right now really should be a priority. I don't know why we have so many defensive sentries around this side of the map. When the only objective we can really go for in this scenario is gold for you. Otherwise, like, the only reason why we siege right now is if we get a pick, or if like the Fog out-rotate, so we just have an out-rotation. But we can't just like force a tower up. We can, but I don't think that's the best idea ever. Because then we're kind of playing into their strengths of just like holding down like an area with the per gold and like a lot of CCing that. But Ansa's gonna go in and just get annihilated. You can see Vod is doing so much damage right here. He's gonna be free casting this whole game. I get an aggressive ult right here. I go in and I get beats on Veneno, I think. So I'm just fine as well. Gonna take some poke probably from Vendo, but nope. There you go. Can probably just do get the kill on Ven here. 3-4-7. Vod is just slapping. Get the dash on Barrett as well. Barrett's almost at. I think Enquiries is gonna get out here, if I remember correctly. It's unfortunate, yeah. So we're gonna get out, or he's gonna get out. We do get the gold free though. And I think the call right now for us should probably just be to push the mid tower. Getting a tower here, mid tower is gonna move, like, what am I even trying to say? It's gonna open up the map for us. If we get this mid tower, that means we can start invading red buff, we can start invading the back camps. We do go for the tower as well, so that's good. Should probably just reset now. I don't think there's any, yeah, there you go. There's no reason for us to like invade that back camp. I'm being really greedy with my back, I shouldn't do that. I guess I had a wall to cover for me, but even then someone could walk in through mid. Just gonna make sure they don't like do a panic fire giant, but as soon as we see Cern on the other side of the map, I don't think anyone's too worried. They don't really have the damage with the other characters, so really big lead for us right now. Next up is just doing this fire giant, honestly, and then we can just group and siege. It's early in the game, but I can get an early Emperor's Armor if that's what I need to do. We can do quite a bit. Gonna try and save the tower here. The Fafnir versus the minions. I think the tower ends up falling. Nope. Maybe? Oh, the tower lived. Hallelujah. See, we're trying to get what's in the red now. I think really want to go for this invade. And I think we should just try and be around that more. But everyone kind of has fresh backs now, so we can really try and fight around these buffs. Like, we can do Pyromancer and then do gold. But we're getting another tower. That's more map presence for us, map pressure. I'm just around there. We have really deep vision into that jungle, so we're not too scared here. So we're just going to keep pressuring. I think even we could have potentially pressured that tower a bit more and gotten like 500, 600, 700 damage on it. You see Volt's hitting it for 150, so if he gets like 5 basic attacks, that's 800 health off the tower. Gonna get this done on Ven. A bit too deep right now though. Luckily he misses his abilities. You see, oh yeah, I remember this. Adapting's gonna die because he wants to solo Pyromancer for no apparent reason whatsoever. It's just a misplay by Kenneth. I think he's pretty upset about the way he played this as well after, because he got like knocked up in one shot. And this is really bad for us, because now we kind of lose that momentum we have been playing with for the whole game, just because we make one mistake. So they are going to try and look for this Pyromancer now. I do think we can still fight into it without adapting, and I think we're going to try and do that right here as well. We don't need to, but I definitely think we can defend this. I don't see like a reason not to. See, I jump in there, try and steal it. They're definitely gonna try and kill me. So, big engage by Deathwalker. Enquiries is in the back here. Gonna stun him, lock him down. Really good CC by Zeros. Get out the shell, make sure no one is in execute range. Get those kills, and I think if we have a sentry ward right here, we can just do fire. We don't have a sentry ward though, so they do see that we're on this. And I think we should try and look for the kills. You can see I'm trying to lock down Barra here. But we take too much damage. We should have just reset there. Like, there's no real reason. I guess we can do it right now with the Deathwalker. But if Vote can get in here, we're in a good spot. Yeah, this is really rough. We really shouldn't be doing this fire. We should really just back. And otherwise, like, if we're doing this fire, Vote just needs to go in. I don't know why Vote is so scared of the FG. I don't think he's gonna die, because he's gonna get an AC proc and can heal above it. But we just need to back out there. There we go. I think that's fine. Really messy. Really messy. We get the picks after the Pyromancer. Also, we have to remember Spacestation can actually run back from base super fast with that Pyromancer, so we don't really wanna fight around that too much, I think. But yeah, we get the pick. It's good. It's real good. And then after that, we just reset next time, and then we group and do fire with adapting from base. Although they can't really do fire, I think. Maybe Deathwalker can stay around, make sure they can't do that, but that's how it goes sometimes. We're still in a pretty good spot in this game. Just gonna try and regroup to an extent. And it's going for the wave right there. Hell yeah, he needs that. But we're gonna get that instead, and I think we just decide to siege right now instead of doing fire. Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe we're just going for the wave. I don't think it's bad right now for us to just siege. I guess we're gonna play around the Oni Fury here, like try and get the Oni Fury, and then see if we can do something off that. So it's gonna be pretty interesting to see how this is gonna play out. Interesting. Trying to see here. Toxic Blade on Kenneth. It's really good into my mana. I'm of course getting soft Shoguns. Pretty standard Fafnir builds, just like your core you want to go for. I can just Soul Mode, buff him, and they do this super fast. You see that's the damage potential you have with Fafnir right there. So much damage. Now that we have the Oni Fury, we can definitely group up and we can pressure this Fire Giant. This is generally how you want to play it. You get Oni Fury and then you put pressure on the opposite side of the map, like, because this Oni wave that's spawning down here. Let me illustrate with the mouse right here. It's gonna push in here. So those are Oni waves. So we're saying, all right, let's either push right, and then someone eventually is gonna have to go and clear this wave and left, or we're gonna go right. So those waves are gonna clash in mid and left soon, and I think at least we should get one tier 2 tower of this Oni Fury. It's just kind of what it brings. If they decide to 5-man defend, we don't have to go in. We can just wait for the other towers to die. So realistically right here what Spacestation only can kind of do is get the engage on us. Sadly it seems that Spacestation has a bunch of archer in the left lane, but a bunch of archers in the left lane right now. So I think our left wave is even losing. Oh yeah, no! This is right. This is the game where our Oni minion wave doesn't spawn, and we get like super surprised because like, wait, what the fuck? That should have been our Oni minion wave. So that's like a bug right there. We're like, what the fuck? Why did our Oni minions not spawn? So we're actually gonna lose left tower shit for it. So Smite in a nutshell, Oni minion or Oni Fury didn't work, which is like super weird to me. Maybe the spiders killed it or something. I have like no clue. So it's super weird now, because now it's the opposite effect now, right now. Because now Space Station does a monster wave pushing in on left, and we are like trying to siege. So this is just super dumb. And this should never have fucking happened, and it's kind of a disgrace that it did. But anyway, I think we can still take this fight. We're so far ahead. That doesn't matter. You can see Ven is taking so much damage here, and he's just gonna die. I think Deathwalker is too deep right here. Don't think there's any reason to jump in place. You're just kind of giving them a free kill for no reason whatsoever. You can just jump out there and we'll be fine. Even here, like, we can't even get the tower. We're losing a tier 2 on the opposite side of the map, so overall this is super unfortunate. This really shouldn't have happened, but oh well. We're gonna try and disengage. Oh yeah, Enquiries TP's in, so we just kind of get fucked off this right here. I do think Zeros is gonna end up dying here. Oh, barely. I'm just gonna be standing in front of the board right here, try and make sure you can do his damage. I say that and then I jump out. Gonna try and bait, but Bear gets me there, so it's bad by me. But at least Votes gets to live, because I make sure that Bear can't like walk towards Vote. think Kenneth might try and look for something here. Can't remember. He wants to blink in. You can see it. Anyway, they win that. They're getting it to tier 1 left because of the fucking dumb bug of only Enquiries. But regardless, I think we played that fight poorly. So it's just kind of all bad. But we, as you can see, we just want to wait for the only minions to push in left and mid. But that never happened. So it's really unfortunate. Oh yeah. This is can be a bit rough now. Because like, obviously the next thing we need to use is try and get this fire. But it's actually getting enhanced in 30 seconds. So that's going to make this game drastically more rough for us. It's always way nice if you get the first fire giant, get all the towers, so on, and then off that you can try and it's gonna be easy to get next fire, like the enhanced fire, right? If you had one fire already in general. So yeah. Anyway, Vol's here. He just want to do the objective. I think therefore we can just kind of go in and tank Pyro right there. I'm gonna try and get that. But everyone is like resetting right now. We have a bunch. After is so loud. That's a mood. Anyway, we're gonna pull the objective right here. Try and get this. And we have so much objective damage right now. Like we get the Pyro as well. Left is pushing in our favor now. So now the tables have turned. We're gonna get their left tier too if they don't do anything about it. You can see like a million archers it seems. So I get Spirit Rope. I think Spirit Rope here. Also, like, Shell, of course, is kind of a necessity because I'm kind of playing with Vote in this scenario. We have enough front line. So me trying to be around Vote is going to be really good for us. Vote is going to be fine here. They actually expend 2 ults and a blink. I think Vote has to Aegis and ult. And we do use Radiant ult for that as well. But actually, oh yeah, and it did also. It's a bit of a new trade, but what is this year doing really well here? So just buying time. I think we should have been around Vote there more so. I think we should just be trying to look for them right now. Actually, Vote didn't even Aegis. Vote had no relics. That's why they went so ham on them. So I guess what we're doing right now is we're just waiting for our relics. Where we talk with the shot there. We say, alright guys, I have relics in 35 seconds. Let's try and wait for that. And when that happens, we just try and start pulling this fire giant. So that's probably what's going on right now. You can see we're gonna get this left tower, hopefully. Eventually. We'll see. Anyway, we're going in here. Defog and I are trying to get the engage right here. I see Benko's going in. I'm gonna buff Defog. I think that's a bit of a mistake. Take a bunch of damage from the ult right here of a perk for kind of no reason whatsoever. It's a bit hard for us to do fire in this scenario. I would actually just like to see us like maybe try and oh yeah, there we go, bait it exactly, and then we can go in right here. I actually miss everything and I'm in trouble now because I just missed everything. But we managed to get out. I do get a fight for us. I think that goes way better if I hit everything. You can see adapting is gonna go in here, and we get that. Ken is gonna die, but we get so many kills right here. I think the call here is like right. Okay, so right here we have 43 seconds. So we can either get Fire Giant or we can try and end the game. I think if we go mid right now, we don't have enough time to end the game because it's going to take us 10 seconds to go to mid. We have to clear the wave, get the tower, get the Phoenix. So I think going for fire here is probably the better call. So I'm pretty happy with how we play this. Obviously, Achilles is going to TP in right here, and we need to recognize that and try and play around that. But we get the bait, we get the good fight. Sucks I couldn't hit a few more abilities, but it works out pretty well for us. So we're going to do this fire now. Hell yeah. Get it. I'm almost dying here. So that's living life, you know. We need to reset now. I think Death Augur should probably go to like push up mid or like right or something. He's full build anyway. I'm gonna sell my Guardian's thingy shield. What am I getting here? Who knows? I get Emperor's armor for the siege, so I like that. It's pretty hard for us to siege into them. Like we need to be able to push into the Phoenix and push back a Venenu on the perk for us to win this. So getting that is gonna help me decrease the damage Death Augur and I are gonna take by the Phoenix quite drastically. We did calculations on Emperor's armor earlier, and the damage or the DPS like differential is actually quite insane, especially when there's 6 structures left on the map right now. I think Emperor's armor is really good. Obviously, when you get late game and like maybe if we fail the siege, we get late into the game, you can replace that with something more selfish like a Mantle of Discord or something like that. But I really like Emperor's. It's an underrated item, and yeah. Sieging wise, right here, we just need to make sure that they can't split push more so than anything. We have a pretty good siege. The way we want to play it is we want to try and bait their ults, right? Like we can't probably take a 5-on-5 fight like all in. how we want to do this. We want to try and bait a Puxhold and back up, heal up with fire, bait the Achilles to blink in, bait the Vamana to force his ult, and as soon as we get those ult, that's going to work for us. One thing we can do as well right now is that adapting is so far ahead that he can actually 1v1 anyone on the enemy team. So he's going to play far up. You see, they're going to go for Kenneth right here. They're going to try and find the pick, which I think is a good idea, but luckily we have water on for that. That also means we get pretty much, it's going to be hard for SSGs to get into really good positioning around this Phoenix, because they're all backing super late. So we should be able to get quite a bit of damage on this Phoenix right here. The risk right now obviously is that adapting is pushing right, so we're just gonna get some initial damage and then take that. Vamana's gonna blow his thorns, he's gonna blow everything. I don't think Zero's needed to be on his in his ult for that long. I jump in there just to keep Enquiries in combat, and then I'll ult. Therefore gets the engage off that. You can see adapting is rotating all right now. I jump in. We take so much damage from their puck ult though. I do block the ult of Achilles, but now adapting is here, and this is so late in the fight now that we're just gonna be able to run them down right now. All our carries survived. They put a bunch of damage into Death Organ Eye, but we're gonna be just fine here, getting the kills. Deicide, as Totally says. Deicide, totally Deicide, and we can just end the game now. Bam, bam, bam. There you go. That's the game. It was a bit risky for us pushing that Phoenix. I would have liked to see probably 1-0, but should have been played a bit further up so we could back out probably. But the way we played that fight is actually going to work out pretty well for us. Not too unhappy with that. We got the first game. Zero still really hasn't waking up yet. He's never going to get used to these 11 AM games, especially Death Fog as well. I can tell you, those guys, they sleep in. Anyway, let's go to the numbers, see how those look. Numbers. Are nowhere to be seen. Is there not numbers? Ah, there's no numbers. No. We need the numbers, please. That is just rough. There's no numbers, no damage numbers. God damn it. Oh well. I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode then. If you did, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, press the bell. I'm gonna try and upload an Hindsight every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday the next many months. So I hope you guys are gonna enjoy this series as much as I am enjoying commentating this game. Yeah, if you did, press the like button, press the bell, comment, give me some good constructive criticism. Until next time, everyone, peace out.